Friday night under the lights for high school football. It's a Southern tradition like few others. The rivalries, the drama, the thrill of victory. Once again, it's time to reveal which teams will play on Toyota Friday Night Rivals, presented by Local 538 Johnson City.
Where has the time gone? Live high school football entering year number 8 on Friday Night Rivals, and this year, maybe our biggest year ever. Heather, 10 weeks, 20 different schools, first time ever this year on Toyota Friday Night Rivals, presented by Local 538 Johnson City. It is a stacked schedule.
And this is a great schedule for sure. So really, we should keep teasing the people. Give them what they want.
Without further ado, here we go, the release of the 2025 Friday Night Rivals schedule. Once again, we will kick off the year on August 22nd with one of the best rivalries in the region, Elizabethton and Science Hill. They're separated by just 10 miles. These two teams know each other very well. Last year, the Toppers won 35-14 on Friday Night Rivals in Elizabethton. This season, the Cyclones will look for some payback in Johnson City. Our Friday Night Rivals season will kick off with Elizabethton traveling to Science Hill. That game, we've done it on TV several times over the years. What does that add to this rivalry?
Anytime you're trying to, put your program out there, you're trying to marquee your players. It just gives them spotlight. It gives them extra juice or, publicity to go out there and want to do well, And I think that puts in perspective, guys go through training camp and question why they do what they do, because that's the fun part.
Joined now by Coach Carter of Science Hill. You guys get to kick things off on Friday Night Rivals with Elizabethton. This rivalry has long been one of the great rivalries in the area. Just talk about starting your season against, I know Dobbins-Benton is probably your traditional rival, but definitely your closest rival.
Closest rival, and I don't know which one's, the most heated rivalry, so both of them are big, but it's exciting. It's exciting every year. It's a great way to start the season. They got a great program. Sean does such a great job, and just always a tough, hard-fought game. Those games have came down to the wire about every year, so we're excited. I think, every year we talk about it, but every year it's a great game.
On August 29th, we head to Jonesboro when David Crockett will host West Ridge. Both the Wolves and Pioneers are looking to improve on their season in 2024. Both of these teams are Friday Night Rivals veterans, and both would love to add another trophy to their case in 2025. Joined now by Justin Hilton, the one and only head coach of the West Ridge Wolves, only one in school history so far. Hard to believe it's season number 5 already up there. Has it gone by as fast as it seems to everybody else?
It has. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real. We just blinked, and here we are, season 5, ready to roll.
Why do you and Coach Chanley always continue to renew this rivalry?
Well, I think there's, similar styles. Both want to play good defense and be physical in the line of scrimmage and run the ball. I have a lot of respect for Coach Chanley. I think he runs his program the right way. And, just proximity-wise, we want to get as many local rivalries created as we can, and that's just another game that's close. And I think it's good for these local schools to play each other.
Joined now by Coach Chanley of David Crockett. You guys get West Ridge on Friday Night Rivals. Another team that is a Friday Night Rivals kind of veteran group. What's it like for your program to get to play on television?
Yeah, it's so cool. The kids enjoy it. Obviously the community gets to watch, and just that once, twice a year opportunity that the kids get. And, we always talk about making a big play, interception, touchdown, get your name in the paper. Well, here you get to showcase yourself on TV, and it's something the kids look forward to, and such an exciting time.
A new rivalry is born on September the 5th when Daniel Boone travels across the state line to take on the Union Bears. The Trailblazers are looking to rebound from a very tough season in 2024, while the Bears will look to once again establish themselves as one of the top teams in Southwest Virginia. Joined now by Jeremy Jenkins, the head coach of the Daniel Boone Trailblazers. We'll see the Trailblazers on Friday Night Rivals on September the 5th when they make their first ever trip across the state line to take on the Union Bears. How did that matchup come about? I know this is a new scheduling cycle, but a school you never played before.
Well, our athletic director and their athletic director have talked about it a couple of years. Back in 2004, when I first came to Daniel Boone, we used to scrimmage Appalachia, Coach Turner's dad, in 2004 and 2005. And then Travis and I, Coach Turner and I have kind of played each other some 7-on-7 stuff. And, we've always thought, it'd be a good money game either way, going across the line. And we enjoy that. And we know it's hard-nosed football up there. And we're excited about going up there. And we know they're going to have a quality team. And, we're excited about having the opportunity of going up there.
Joined now by Coach Turner from Union. And Coach, you guys have become Friday Night Rivals veterans. What is it like for your program to get the chance to play on television?
It's a great experience for our kids, our school, our community. Big Stone Gap, man, does a great job supporting our school and our football program, and it's a chance for our kids to be able to play on TV and experience that exposure.
You guys are playing a crossover game against Boone this year on Rivals. You guys have played this crossover game with Tennessee. I know scheduling for you guys is difficult. How cool is it, though, to get to play teams from across the state line?
I think it's really good. I think being able to play different teams. In the past, we've played Davy Crockett, Science Hill. We've scrimmaged Tennessee High. We've scrimmaged Elizabethton for years. And being able to play teams from other parts of the, in the state of Tennessee. State of Tennessee plays great football, and it'd be a good experience for our kids and good exposure for our kids to be able to play Daniel Boone on Friday Night Lights.
3 games down, 7 to go as we continue to announce the 2025 Friday Night Rivals schedule. And among the games coming up, the renewal of one of the longest standing rivalries in the region. Welcome back to the Toyota Friday Night Rivals presented by Local 538 Johnson City, the schedule release show. We've already revealed the first 3 games of the season. After a week off for the NASCAR race, we're back at it on September the 19th. And we are back with a bang. The rivalry between Tennessee High and Virginia High is renewed for the first time since 2019. The VT game dates all the way back to 1911 and is one of the best rivalries in the region.
With Coach Holt now from Tennessee High. And Coach, so excited about this game on Friday Night Rivals, the return of the VT game. I know from your perspective, you've got to be excited.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I grew up Tennessee High. Football was all I knew for a long time, and we always experienced the VT game. So, to have it back, it's super exciting, especially a good friend of mine is the head coach there, Derek Patterson. So we're super excited on our side of the line, that's for sure.
Pleased to be joined now by Derek Patterson, head coach of the Virginia High Bearcats. We will see the Bearcats on Friday Night Rivals, September the 19th, the return of the VT game, first time since 2019. So this will be your first experience with this game. Why was it important for you to get this game back on the schedule?
Well, for one, I think rivalries are extremely important when it comes to sports. When you have something like the VT rivalry that has such a history, and Coach Holt over at Tennessee High, he played there, and I remember him talking about it when we were working together at Holston, and I think it means a lot to our community and our school as well. And I'll be honest with you, when speaking to the kids about these kind of things, they want to play Tennessee High.
To wrap up the month of September, 2 of the top small schools will battle on September the 26th. North Green will visit Hampton at the Bulldogs' temporary home for this season, Happy Valley High School.
On Friday Night Rivals, North Green will play Hampton at Happy Valley. Coach, we were talking about this before we came in here. North Green's first ever time playing on Friday Night Rivals. How exciting is that for you and your team?
I know we're deeply excited. Our community is good for us and our kids to get an opportunity like this. They don't come around very often for a school like ours.
And we're joined now by Michael Lunsford, head coach of the Hampton Bulldogs. And before we get to 2025, we have to go back to last year. You've been around the game of football a long time. How would you describe everything you and your team had to endure because of Helene in 2024?
Well, it was truly a disaster. I mean, there was times touch and go. We didn't even know whether or not we was going to get to finish the rest of the season or not. It was a resilient team that had to overcome a ton of adversity, and I was awful proud of those guys for the way they handled it. But it was definitely tough and trying.
The game we're going to see you on September 26th will be against North Green. You guys dropped down from 2A to 1A. So North Green, someone you haven't played in the past, new, and the Cloudland will be a region game now for you guys, so a lot of changes. But what's it going to be like playing a new school in North Green?
Oh, it'll be a challenge. I mean, it'll be a learning curve for me because there's a lot of those teams that I haven't really followed that closely, and so I'll have a learning curve and have to go do some trial and error with some of that stuff.
We are halfway through the schedule release for Friday Night Rivals. We still have some great matchups to reveal, including the return of one of the top small school rivalries in Southwest Virginia.
Five games in, 5 more to go here on the 2025 Friday Night Rivals schedule reveal show. We've already seen some of the top teams in the area so far. We're going to kick off the month of October with perhaps the most successful team in the area and one of the schools trying to get up to their level. On October the 3rd, we head out to Greenville for a matchup between the Green Devils and Cherokee. The Chiefs are a team that have been on the rise the past 2 seasons, and this matchup against one of the big dogs in Class 4A will be a test on just how far their program has come.
Cherokee gets Greenville on Friday Night Rivals. Coach, your region is always stacked. Just talk about playing Greenville on the television broadcast.
You know, we're looking forward to the opportunity to compete at a high level against a really good football team. It's well coached, and you know they got a ton of athletes. But hopefully we'll. You know, we're going to come and compete. You know, we're not going to bow to anybody and not going to bow to any program. But you know, we're certainly excited about the opportunity to compete.
Joined now by Eddie Spradlin, head coach of the Greenville Green Devils. Every program wants to win championships, but there are some where that's the expectation based on previous results, and Greenville is one of them. It's no secret, you guys, it's state championship. That's the goal every year. What about this year's team do you like that they can reach that goal?
You know, one thing, you know, like you said, that's kind of the standard expectation. You know, we want to win championships there and in all sports, and we've had a lot of success there. And, you know, our main goal right now, we want to be Region 1 4A champs because that sets you up for a good playoff run. But excited about this year's team. When you say you got players like Caden Ball and Zayden Anderson coming back, you're really excited about that. You know, 4-star Tennessee commit. We've not been able to say that in a long time, but you know, then you got Caden coming back, who was the offensive player of the year in our region. So really excited about the group that we got coming back. We got a really good offensive line. Got to replace some really good seniors. Lost a really good group, but excited about this group.
October the 10th, we have what has become one of the biggest rivalries in Southwest Virginia. Rye Cove traveling to Eastside. It's a rematch of last season's Region 1D title game won by the Eagles. The Spartans will look for some revenge, this time on their home field.
Joined now by Coach Collier from Rye Cove. You guys get Eastside again on Friday Night Rivals. This has become such a good game between you two teams. Just talk about the rivalry that's developed between you and the Spartans.
Oh, it has. Played them 5 times in 3 years. A good, strong team. They're going to be just the opponent that they've been the last 3 years, and it has developed into that rivalry. You know, last year they were like us 2 years ago. We'd only lost to one team twice, and that's what they did last year. They lost to us twice, and so yeah, I'm sure they're chomping at the bit to get back to us, and we're the same way. We'll be ready to play.
Mike Rhodes, the head coach of the Eastside Spartans, getting ready for his 8th season as the head coach there in Coburn. This year, we will see you on Friday Night Rivals, October the 10th, when you host Rye Cove. How pivotal will that be, having that game at your stadium?
You know, they have a really rowdy fan base. That community really supports them. It's a great atmosphere for a football game. Our playoff game, there were people everywhere. And, you know, for the kids to get to play in that, it's really good. They made it hostile for us, you know, just like any home team should. And hopefully we can do the same this year at our place.
We still have 3 more games to reveal on the Friday Night Rivals schedule release show, including a couple of matchups, schools that are making their first appearance on FNR.
When it comes to putting the schedule together each year for Friday Night Rivals, it's always exciting to bring on some new teams for the first time. The next matchup features one of these new schools against an FNR veteran. October 17th, Lehigh will make its Friday Night Rivals debut on the road at Gate City. Both of these teams were in the playoffs in 2024, and once again, this game should play a big part in setting the field in Region 2D. Joined now by Joey Carroll, head coach of the Lehigh Generals, be making their Friday Night Rivals debut this year, October 17th at Gate City. What's going to be like for you and your team to play on television?
It'll be a great experience for us as a staff and for the kids. You know, being at Legion Field, it's usually a raucous environment, and so that's what makes high school football. And especially, you know, you tell people wherever you go, you know, where you coach and where you've come from, and they know that the environment on Friday nights in this area, Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, a little bit different than some areas. So looking forward to it.
with Coach House right now of Gate City. They play Lehigh on Friday Night Rivals. I guess at this point, Coach, we could call you Friday Night Rivals veterans. You've played a few times. Just talk about what it's like to get that kind of exposure for your program playing on television.
Yeah, no, we enjoy it. It's good for our community, especially when you get to play at home. And, you know, just having the kids be able to be on TV on a Friday night and everybody, whoever's at home can watch it. It's just, you know, you can't, it's unmatched on the, you know, the exposure they get in that. And, you know, we're just grateful to have this opportunity again.
We have one final timeout on the Friday Night Rivals schedule reveal show. When we come back, we will unveil our final 2 games of the 2025 season. Eight games down, 2 more to go on the Toyota Friday Night Rivals presented by Local 538 Johnson City. Our final 2 matchups, both sides of the state line, will start in Virginia with a game that will have some big-time playoff implications. On October 24th, it's another battle in the Mountain 7 between Abingdon and Ridgeview. Both teams were in the playoffs a season ago, and both are hoping to be in the mix when it comes time to crown a Mountain 7 district champion in 2025.
And joining us now is Coach Ambergy from Abingdon. Coach, you guys have played on Friday Night Rivals a bunch. What does it mean for your program to get to have that exposure on television?
Our players love being on TV. It adds excitement to the game.
Pleased to be joined now by Kent Grant, the first-year head coach at Ridgeview, but you've been on staff since the school opened. What's the biggest challenge now, sliding over with that headset with the head coach on?
Well, I think, you know, not a whole lot, you know. With what I've been doing, you know, a lot of the duties have been the same, except for duties like these.
We will wrap up Friday Night Rivals 2025 on October 31st, Halloween night, with a game that last season determined the champion in Region 1 3A, Unicoi County hosting Johnson County. The Longhorns have a new coach in 2025, but both teams have a lot of their key players back from last year. We're going to see Johnson County be our last Friday Night Rivals game of the year. Halloween night, October 31st in Irwin against Unicoi County. Last year, you went there. Last game of the regular season, lost 10-7 in a defensive struggle. When you two play, it always seems like there's something on the line, whether it's a region championship, a home playoff game, something. So that's going to be a big game on Halloween.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be. We're excited for it. Just to be getting on television, it's going to be great competition. Unicoi always brings it. And the guys are excited for the opportunity to be able to get on television and see what they can do.
And joining us now is Coach Rice from Unicoi County. Coach, we were talking about this kind of this is the second time you guys have played on TV. How excited are you guys to be playing this game on Friday Night Rivals?
Very, and I think the last time was probably 4 years ago, so nobody on our roster has played on a TV game before, so you know, very excited for them and our community, and you know, falls on Halloween, so that's kind of neat. And you know, it was a war last year with a great Johnson County team, so expecting something very similar this year.
So here's a look at the full schedule for all 10 weeks of Friday Night Rivals. We kick things off August 22nd, Elizabethton visiting Science Hill. A week later, we wrap up August in Jonesboro, David Crockett hosting West Ridge. Then in September, a first ever meeting between Daniel Boone and Union. That'll be on September the 5th. After an off week for the NASCAR race, we have the VT game. First time since 2019. Tennessee High and Virginia High will play. This game will be on the Virginia side of the state line. We then wrap up the month when North Green makes its FNR debut against Hampton. That game, though, will be played at Happy Valley High School. October, we kick things off Cherokee at Greenville on the 3rd. Then we have 3 straight Virginia games, one of the best rivalries in Southwest Virginia. Rye Cove at Eastside, October 10th. Then Lehigh visits Gate City, October 17th. Abingdon then goes to Ridgeview on October the 24th. And we wrap it up Halloween night in Irwin when the Blue Devils of Unicoi County host the Longhorns of Johnson County.
Now you can check our website, WCYB.com, for exact game times and network when we get those finalized. Thanks for joining us tonight.
And we will see you August 22nd for the season kickoff of Friday Night Rivals.